Belinda and HarperAudio Australia present this unabridged recording of From the Heart, the inspirational memoir of how a captain became a leader, written by Trent Cotchin and read by Paul F. Verhoeven.
For Brooke, Harper, Mackenzie and Parker, because you are at the heart of everything. Dear Brooke, Harper, Kenzie and Parker, you give me so much every day to be excited about and look forward to. I live in love every day because of you all, and the lessons that you continue to teach me are those that will continue to be so beneficial for the rest of my life. I've mentioned many times how grateful I am for the sacrifices and unwavering support you have given me since our journey together began, Brooke, and I'm not sure how I will ever be able to return serve, but know I am doing my best. People will never understand what the triumphs and tribulations have taught us because we all have our own story. Chook, like all mums, the sacrifice of your body to create our little tribe is something that still blows my mind today. I am so grateful that we get to support each other in creating a safe and warm environment for our children to grow up in and all the joy they give us. Thank you for everything. Love you all. Kiss, kiss. Family is not an important thing. It's everything. Michael J. Fox.
Prologue. The tipping point. It was the lowest ebb of my loneliest season of AFL footy. Richmond's fractured 2016 season had only been extinguished for a few weeks, but as the rest of the footy world picked over the embers of what went wrong and who was to blame, I knew something had to change for the club and for me. We couldn't keep going the same way. I was at a point in my life where I didn't know where I wanted to be. I wasn't sure if I wanted to remain captain of the Tigers for a fifth season in 2017 or if it was best to hand it over to someone else. I wasn't sure if it was the best thing for me, or the club for that matter, to leave Punt Road. I wasn't even sure if footy was the right thing for me or whether I needed to step away from the game for the sake of my family and my own mental health. It had been the season from hell. Through it all, there had been a growing sense of helplessness about my inability to change the narrative or alter the path on which we were travelling. Having started 2016 full of optimism after 3 successive finals appearances, what followed was the hardest year of my professional life. Worse still, it flowed over into my personal life as well. I had become a distant husband and father. Our daughter Mackenzie had been born mid-season, and while I was there physically, I wasn't fully present for the emotional support that a father and a husband should provide. I wasn't as engaged as I needed to be, and that scared me. From a footy sense, everything that could go wrong did go wrong. We won the first game, then lost the next 6. It wasn't long before we lost touch with the top 8 and, in keeping with everything that happened that year, our season finished with a 113-point thrashing at the hands of Sydney at the SCG. That match was symbolic of the train wreck our season had become. It was the most disconnected I had seen the Richmond Football Club, and we had no mechanism for dealing with that. Survival mode took over for almost everyone. We argued amongst ourselves, we blamed others for our predicament. We took the easy options in a kind of self-preservation mode. A feeling of selfishness permeated the entire club. The external blame game, as it invariably does, centred on the key leaders, most notably Damien Hardwick as the coach and me as the captain. There were questions about my suitability for the role. My response was to internalise the pressure, as I had always done. Knowing what I know now, that only made things worse. But I didn't have that clarity at the time, and I certainly didn't have the tools to deal with it. I shut myself away emotionally from the people who mean the most to me, especially my wife, Brooke. This was
Sample complete. Ready to continue?